This lesson is on using the else clause with the if statement to know what to do when something is false in the comparison and to take the appropriate branch of logic. I'm going to run this form that you see here. Looks a lot like the one we had for the if statement. And I'm going to put in a date that makes me younger than 50 years. This time it says, your name is Steve, you're 13 years old. We saw that before, but last time that meant we were not greater than 50 and we didn't do anything. This time I added some code to put the words time is on your side. I'm going to look at the code here for a second. Again, this is the form that's calling the PHP, first name, birth year. Let's go to the PHP code. Now, here's what's a little bit different. I said if age is greater than 50, this is what we had the time we just did the beginning if statement, plan for retirement. And here I wrote another if statement where age is less than or equal to 50. Print, time is on your side. Well, that worked pretty good. You saw it. However, this isn't really the ideal way to do this. There is a construct that you can use with the if statement called the else clause that says, well, what do I do when this comparison up here is false? In other words, the age is less than or equal to 50. Well, instead of writing a whole nother if statement, I can take that out completely, put the keyword else. Take that extra line out. Now, notice how I have everything lined up very nicely. I've got the I for the if, the opening curly brace and closing, then the else where the E is lined up under the I, and then again another set of curly braces. Any code that's between a set of curly braces is called a PHP code block. Now, the way this works is if age is not greater than 50, like when I'm 13, instead of dropping all the way down past the final curly brace, it takes the else branch and says, print this line, time is on your side, and then get out of there. I didn't actually run this yet, so let's go back. I just saved the code. Let's go back to the web page. I'm going to back up. In fact, you know what? Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to add something here so we have extra confidence that we're running this one. So let's go ahead. Back one. I've got the data. Let me submit it. Time is on your side, really. So that gives us some confidence that we ran the new improved else code. Let's go back to the code for just a second. Now, recall that we can add more than one line underneath here, and the whole block will be executed. So, better start planning for retirement, and I'll create another whole paragraph. Yes, I mean it. There we go, and close quote, double quote. And I can copy this, put another one down here as well. Time is on your side, really. Yes, I mean it. To you, too. All right, just to have something different. So I'm going to illustrate that both these blocks of code will run. Let's go back to the web page. And I'll be 13 first, which means I'm going to take the else clause. Time is on your side, really. Yes, I mean it to you, too. Go back. Make the data different to my real birth year. But you're over 56? Yes, I mean it. So you can see, if we go back to the PHP code real quick, you can see that both lines got executed. Everything between the curly braces for the else condition and the if condition when that's true. Now here's the deal. You notice how I went through and tried both scenarios. You need to remember to do that in your own coding. Don't just try one scenario. You need to exercise all parts of your code whenever you're developing a web application, because one block of code may work perfectly, and the second block of code will look good to your eyes, but maybe you missed a quote or you left off a semicolon, and you'll get some kind of error. The time to discover that is when you're testing your code for the first time, developing it and testing it, not when you put it into production and have a user use it. That ends our first lesson on the else statement.